Yo, what's wrong with my hair, bro? It's your boy Boofy, aka Bluepack, and welcome back to a new video. The scale of BRAINROT, I'm gonna show you the scale. This ties directly into all my BRAINROT series. I'm giving y'all a 9-input guide on how to really scale beyond the BRAINROT, how to really go beyond the BRAINROT. If you want to fall into the BRAINROT, like to expect into the BRAINROT, I'm giving y'all a myriad of paths if you want to go into it and become a demonic cultivator, or if you want to be righteous and you want to dodge away from it. You see who it is? It's by Boofy, aka Bluepack. Now, we're going to be talking about the scale of BRAINROT. Now, what do I mean by the scale of BRAINROT? This video heavily relies on my BRAINROT video series, so anything with the word BRAINROT, so if like how to make a BRAINROT novel, the effects of BRAINROT. I mean, our dual cultivation kind of ties into this. Cultivation tropes kind of tie into this. All my videos really tie into this, honestly, because most of my videos I talk about the trash. But this time we're going to talk about the scale. Which video was the one where I talk about like the list of tropes? Don't worry, I got it here on this PowerPoint. I will explain the 3 stages. It's not that straightforward, but this is a good general guide to follow. You remember this? In one of my last videos, I made a little chart like this, and I said, remember the BRAINROT vid? Which I was plugging a last video. So this is like plugging the 3 novels. This is like the origin novels, bro. Like, you gotta read the last one in order to understand why the last one even happened before the last one, bruh. This is like trying to read I Shall Seal the Heavens and you didn't read Renegade Immortal and I Shall Pursuit of the Truth, bro. Like, are you like, come on, bro. Remember the BRAINROT vid? These are tools for the writer / author / reader to succeed in their wish fulfillment. The less tropes used, the less wish fulfillment / BRAINROT there is, which means they have to write a good story, the better. And that is not always followed, by the way. Anything more than 6 to 7 tropes, GG. Anything less, and you're fine, quote unquote. I wish I would have put quote unquote, but I think I mentioned that in my video. Just because there's a lot of BRAINROT tropes does not mean it's bad. And just because it's less BRAINROT tropes doesn't mean it's going to be good. The story can absolutely fucking suck. Like, look, all these BRAINROT tropes, okay, cool. It can have like only 1 or 2 of them, but then you read the story and it just face slap young master. There's just all type of cultivation tropes, and it's just like, okay, let me just put it away. I can't do it no more. So what do I mean by the scale? 1 to 3 tropes is low tier, because low tier isn't necessarily a scale as in low means good or low means bad. Just mean the amount of tropes it have, you know what I mean? I mean, well, yeah, that does equate to being bad, because if you have, the more tropes you have, it's kind of, the more I expect it to be bad. So 1 to 3 tropes is like Reverend Insanity, Spring Auto Cicada. That's it, I mean, really. Treasure, crazy body cultivation technique. But Martial World problem is the face slapping, though. Oh my god, Jesus Christ. In the tournament, that's a cultivation trope in itself, and that could be considered BRAINROT. And then Dragon Marked War God. This dude, he failed at touching the immortal realms, and then he was like, if only I had a second chance. He dies, end up getting regressed back to when he started cultivating. He started cultivating the Dragon Marked War God technique that he found, but he couldn't cultivate it in his past life because he was already deep into his cultivation. It's a regression too, but I mean, regression is really I don't really consider that BRAINROT, because there's some good, I've seen a lot of good regressions compared to like transmigration. I used to be a 34-year-old sweaty old Japanese man, and I transmigrated. Or I used to be a 37-year-old Chinese business salesman, and then I had the flu one day. Finally, I'm at home, and then I decide to go to sleep a little bit, close my eyes, and I wake up, I'm in a new world. 4 to 7 tropes, this is mid-tier. This is when you can stack up all the BRAINROT tropes on back to back to back to back to back to global ascension, level up, trait system, transmigration, system shop, epic caterpillar. I think the dude literally had the flu, fell asleep, woke up as a girl caterpillar in a fantasy level up world with a skill combination system. Supreme Harem God system. This dude literally was like a 36-year-old virgin. He hated his life. He died because he got hit by a truck. He got reincarnated into a level up trait system world, and he ended up getting a Supreme Harem God, system. Maybe I'm getting a little bit wrong, but still, it still had them BRAINROT stacked modifiers all on top of it. These, when you could be like, okay, they could be good, they could be bad. You could find some enjoyment, you could not, but It could be the same thing with the low tier. But I feel like the less brain rot tropes there is, the more trust I have in it. If I see something like this in the first 5 chapters I read is about this 37-year-old business salesman in China and he absolutely hates his life. He reincarnates, get 100% maximum comprehension system, cultivates the worst technique in the sect because nobody picks it, ends up face slapping everyone because he got a maximum comprehension system, turns it back into his primordial form, start face slapping everybody, kills the young master, steal a bunch of J beauties, go into the next divine continent, scale up to that, go to the mortal realms, do the same thing all over into the mortal realms, go to the divine realms slash Hongming, do the same thing all over again, and then that's the end of the novel. 8 to 10 tropes. Now, this is really rare. Now, this is only 2 scriptures that I've seen. I said 2 because I remember the last one just now. And I haven't even read that much of the last one. But the reason why I read the last one is because I heard it had everything in the scaling is crazy. But the writing is so cringy and trash, I couldn't get into it, bro. And I might trigger some people from that. The first one we're going to get into, we obviously know it, is Infinite Mana in the Apocalypse. This got absolutely everything a man can ask for when it comes to the ultimate power fantasy. It got everything. I'm talking about everything. Metaverse ad novel, bro. It got quite literally every single fantasy genre there is. You name it. With a crazy skill combination system, not anymore because now the writing is starting to get garbage. Ever since they get into that hyperversal, extraterrestrial, like stop it, man. Stop it, nigga. And then Infinite Cosmos.